Hey guys, welcome back to the mill. Today's video be something a little different. We don't do a tremendous amount of quarter sawing, partly because most of the people we saw for are wanting their wood for some kind of framing or siding and construction type usage, and quarter sawing is not always the best way to do that, but we got a customer wants something different, and we'll cover that today. So hang on just a minute, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, just start off by telling you we appreciate you, greatly appreciate you watching our channel. Matthew and I be forever grateful. It's hard for me to believe the number of people who will see what him and I do, and I've really I began to really enjoy it more than I ever thought I would. The teaching aspect of it, trying to take what knowledge I've gained over 50 plus years and pass it on to other people and different things that could maybe help them. But what you see me doing here when you caught me, I was going through my notebook. This is one of the smartest things I've done as a professional sawyer. Now, when you're a weekend warrior, it's not that big a deal, but we do so much and we have so many little things come through. Now, the big jobs, you probably won't have a whole lot of trouble remembering them. But currently, we've been whittling them down this week. I think we were up to 10 or 11 different jobs with lumber logs laying on the yard for different customers. And there's no way I can remember all that, try to run a business and do this motor planer build and everything. So Matthew got me a couple notebooks, I don't know, 6 months ago, whatever. And I just go through when a customer comes in, says, I want to do yada, yada, yada. I said, come here, write their name down, phone number, which I probably have already, but name, phone number, the date that we talked about, and what they want to get out of their wood. And if they've got multiple logs that they want multiple different things out of, I'll write all that down. And that's what I was reviewing, because it's been 30 days. See, time flies. It's been 30 days since these logs were dropped off. Now, I did have to wait over 2 weeks for him to find out what he was wanting to do with them. He had to talk to, it's a contractor, and he had to actually talk to the person who was going to do the building. I think they were building some kitchen cabinets, and they wanted quarter sawn wide oak. But I had to wait a couple weeks for him to give me that, and then after that point, he's got to wait a couple of weeks for me to get it in the queue when I can do it. So that's what we're doing today. Probably at the end of tomorrow is going to do some quarter sawn wide oak. Made notes that he wanted the best logs quarter sawn at 5/4. Hopefully 6 to 8 inches wide, but that depends on the log. And then the rest of the logs, 5/4, 6 to 8 inches. Nothing wider than an 8-inch board. And I got some other prevalent information to be able to send them a bill. So this is handy. I've actually got a backup one here because I'm about to run out of pages on this one already. And it's handy to just keep everything written down, because once I write it down, I can just delete it from my memory and don't have to worry about trying to maintain so much data. And you know, you guys that are busy, you know that. Sometimes you just gotta let things go. So that's your tip of the day. Get you a notebook and write down everything while you're talking to the customer. Date, time, you know, what they want to get, and maybe even expectation of when you want to get to it so that you can review notes. Oh, I told them I'd get to this next week, so let's, you know, step it up. Because things change. You know, I got a list of things here to do, but I may not do them in this list in the order that they're listed here. I had a great customer come by, needed some stuff the other day, bumped him right to the top of the list for a couple reasons. One, he's a great repeat customer, and two, he's in the middle of a building project. He needed it. He needed it right now. He come picked it up just a while ago. Matter of fact, he'll be back shortly to get the rest of it. So, you know, it's got to be fluid. Let's quit talking. Go out here and we'll look at these logs real quick. Okay, guys, I know it's going to be hard out here in the bright sunlight, but this log here had 2 butt cuts, and then a 3rd chunk over there that's knotty, and then this is the 4th part of the tree. It's a little long. We'll have to trim it off and do some chainsaw work on it. Yet to be determined on that one. May or may not be quarter sawn. Got a 20-foot stick laying here. We'll just saw it in half. And right beside it, let me get a little closer. Hard to see. Okay. We got a 10-foot butt cut stick. That's a hoss. And the 2nd cut is laid over here beside it. And then here's the 3rd 10-foot cut up the tree. Leroy's checking it out. That don't look the best, but I think once we get the knots off of it, we'll probably still quarter saw it. So 1, 2, 3 are definitely quarter sawn. This 20-footer is too small. We'll just flat saw it, 5/4 stuff. And then this one, yet to be determined. I will, once we get it up there and get this bottom knot cut off of it and get that crotch knot thinned out, I'll look at it and see how the radial grain looks, see if it's even worth the trouble. It may end up being flat sawed. So that's what we got on tap. That's a whole tree. Cut 1, cut 2, cut 3, cut 4, and then the 20-footer is cut 5. That's from the ground to the treetop. This 20-footer is actually not a bad log. It's got 1 big knot here, and it's got 1 big knot there, and a bunch of little bitty limbs, but they'll be small intrusions. This will be better boards than you think. Now they won't be number 1s, but they'll be okay. The butt cut, other than having a couple little knot bulges on it from where it grew small limbs over the years, it is excellent quality. The pith and the heart's a little off center, so you know I can't help that. We'll just work around it. We'll get the best wood out of it we can, because this, like I say, this is going to be 5/4, quarter sawn. Guys want to build kitchen cabinets for a home they're building, so we'll do our best to get the best lumber out of it we can. So I'm going to get the chainsaw out and do a little work here. Matthew should be showing up any second. This one needs cut in half. That needs trimmed up a lot, and I'll probably wait till we get that over close to the mill and trim it up. So let's get stuff fired up, start making some sawdust. Okay guys, welcome back to the mill. It's the next day for us, instant for you. We had some issues yesterday with our wood-mizer, fuel related. That'll be in another video, we'll cover it. But we got it sorted, and please watch that video, it can help you out. I wish there'd been one to help me out a week or two ago about the same thing. This is our white oak log we got up here. We're going to quarter saw. I'll tell you up front, this is not a premium quarter saw log because it has some crotch knots in it. It's got a couple on the other side, but it's what the customer brought. It's what the customer wants, and we're going to try our best to achieve that for them. We're going to saw a couple cookies off the top. This log is 24 inches on the outside of the bark. My goal is to take and squeeze it down to about 20 inches both ways, and then we can take our wood-mizer and saw it in half, slide the first half off. We'll take the second half, stand it up, and saw it in half again, and slide that one half off. And we're gonna make quarter sawn, not sawing from the top down, but from the bottom up. And this will be 5/4 quarter saw. When we get to that point, we'll come back and talk about it. So hang on, let's make some sawdust. Okay guys, we got this big log down into a half, and then we took 1/2 and cut it into a 1/4. Now, the purpose of this is to cut quarter sawn. And to do that, you got to get to where the wood is in a vertical grain. And that's where it's at right here. The grain is going up vertically. So we're going to cut it from the bottom up. And Matthew asked why, and I'm going to tell you why. If I roll this over and put this on top and take a 1/4 inch off, or 1/4 inch off, then I still have to roll it over and take a 1/4 inch off this. And your top measurement's going to continue to change. But with it being on the deck, it's 1/4 inch up for the deck every time. So we're going to take this cut right here, 1/4 inch off, and then we'll roll it 90 degrees this way, and this will become the bottom, and our grain is going this way. We'll take 1.5 inch off, or 1.25 inch, and then we'll lay it back down, and we'll come through here and do it again. And as you come up, you can see your grain start to rotate. Same thing here. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but as you go up, your grain starts to rotate. And you'll transition from pure quarter sawn into a little bit more rift sawn, and then back into flat sawn. But our best quarter sawn is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we'll see how our grain looks. We'll probably end up with a couple more, not truly quarter sawn, but good rift sawn boards. So, got any questions on it, let me know. But that's the reason we're starting down here. Okay guys, sorry about that. GoPro turned off for some reason, but we were finishing up here talking about why we saw it from the bottom up. Here's our vertical grains coming across, and we're going to take that first cut and come over here and get the vertical grain on this side. I hope that helps explain it. Some people think there's a lot of mystery to quarter sawing. There's lots of different ways of doing it. This is a good, easy way to do it on a wood-mizer. You just have to flip the log 90, 90, 90. You flip it every turn, back and forth, back and forth. So let's turn the mill on, make a board. We'll probably get one that looks good. We'll spray a little water on it and look at the grain. guys, we got the most of the quarter sawn off there. There's a couple more pieces I'll show you in just a second. I want you to see the medullary raise in this. It turned out gorgeous. You can see the weight going this way as the wood just moves around. That's why people like quarter sawn. Not only is it a stable product, you can just get lots of variations in the grain. So these turned out very good. Good quarter sawn stuff. There's another one laying there that's got good medullary raise. Here there's going to be some defects because it had knots, but this is what the customer brought. This is what they're going to get back. Now let's look at this last piece of the log over here. Now as we have moved down, right here is the angle of the grain. It's starting to turn over about 45 degrees. So when we take our cut, this won't be quarter sawn. This is called a rift sawn. And same thing over here. After we take that cut, we'll lay it back over and we'll get one here. And best I can see the grain, it's rolling at about this angle. Not a true quarter sawn, because quarter sawn's this way, but rift sawn, it'll be okay. It'll still be beautiful. And then once these two come off, I'll probably take this board and just go done with it. I hope that explains quarter sawn. Some people find it a great mystery. There's lots of YouTube videos on different ways of doing it. We've done it this way, we've done it the other way. This seems to produce a better product. Now our only problem is this wood-mizer. If you look over here, on a 40, it's cut out right here. On this 35, it's got the diagonal, and that can cause you some grief on your height. I put some spacers here to move the cant over a little bit. But hopefully our next mill, we won't have that problem. We're wanting to upgrade to a 70 electric one day, but not today. Not today. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope that explains quarter sawing. My recommendation to you is get out there and do it. Don't start with a 12-inch log. You won't get nothing out of it. You need to be 16 to 24 inches on your piece of wood, or it's really not worth the effort, because you're only going to end up with quarter sawn pieces 3 or 4 inches long. Now we ended up with boards anywhere from, the widest one was 10, and then every time you turn it, it comes down 1.25 inches from that. But so if you start with a little log, you're not going to get nothing. Now if you want to start with a little log and practice, okay. But I try to tell people that if you don't have at least a 16, really straight 16-inch log, there's nothing there. You're just going to yield narrow boards. So that's going to do it. You got anything to add, Matthew?
Sawing this way is a whole lot more handling, and charge accordingly, because it's going to take a whole lot longer.
Yes, if somebody wants you to quarter sawn, you just need to tell them up front that there is an extra cost for this, because you see how many times we flipped that log. Every time I stop, I could be making a cut, but we're flipping the log, getting the board off. But that's how you produce this stuff. As always, we appreciate Solomon from Third Beard Fishing. Check out his channel. He's a big help to us. Actually, my son-in-law, but he helps Matthew with editing videos. We're gonna find him a job one day somewhere doing something, fishing. And as always, we appreciate Joe Maine from Industrial Cutting Tools. They really help us out. Anytime I need something, call him. You know, he's right on the spot. We get all our blades from him. We bought our wood-mizer sharpener setter from him. We get all our maintenance pieces we need for that, you know, grinding wheels, cutting oil. And I went to get Chuck to get me a banner. Sheraton Park Farms, wonderful people. They're up here a couple hours away from us. I swear I'm gonna learn your hometown one day. It's McCarthy or something, but they're close to Boone, North Carolina. They run a small farm. They sell beef products, pork products, chicken. They sell locally. You know, if you're in the area, go up there and check them out. They're actually having a sale this weekend, which for y'all will be long past, but they're doing sales at their farm as well as they do some of the community events. Check them out, Sheraton Park Farms. Chuck and Sandra, they're good people. That's going to do it, guys. We appreciate everybody watching, tuning in. If you would, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.